Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. We're going to discuss the affair among all affairs, the Udoka, and Nia Long relationship. Now, as I was paying attention to this, something caught my eye. It was very glaring. It was out there. And I'm not sure if many people caught this. But before I go on, we all know what happened. Udoka, the head coach of the Boston Celtics, is in a very bad, unfortunate situation. See, he was caught having an affair. However, other sources will claim it was multiple affairs. But this one affair did him in. And that was reportedly with a staffer, and some say the wife of a VP within that organization. But I want to bring something that is just very glaring and very telling about this whole thing. And I want to give you some insight into their relationship. Because if you really pay attention to his apology, it speaks volumes as to how he feels about Nia Long and what he thinks of their relationship. I want to read in part. I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down, he said in a statement shared by ESPN. Now, did you just see that? And part of it goes to that we can't go back there. Today's host, Malik Andrews, I guess that was who broke the story about the apology. And he goes on to say, I'm sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I will have no further comment. Well, we do have further comments. Because to me, and I'm very good about picking up innuendos and slight little things that are said and unsaid. And your comment here, your apology, speaks volumes. Number one, you stated that you are very sorry about the situation that happened at hand right here. Let's go back. I want to apologize to our players, fans, entire Celtics organization, and my family. Do you guys see something there? Do you see something that's kind of amiss? That is wrong? That is left out? Doesn't this tell you how he feels about Nia Long and their relationship? Well, let me tell you my 2 cents. If she were really the love of his life, if he cared about her more than anything else in this world, he would have put her first. He would have stated, I am sorry to my fiance or to my partner. That would have been first and foremost. Her feelings, emotions would have been the first thing that he would have thought of. But he did not. He goes on to say the Celtics organization, my family, and letting them down. Now, family is a very ambiguous word because it doesn't specify Nia. That could mean his mother, his father, his sister, children. It didn't specify Nia. It just says family. This tells me that this man was not really in love with Nia. Maybe he's in like with her, Maybe he was once in love with her, but he just does not have those deep emotional connecting bonds anymore. And maybe this is one of the reasons why he was so easily able to stray. Now, I'm going to say allegedly, not just with one woman, but with multiple women. See, a lot of times in relationships, you got to make sure that you're equally yoked. Because from what I'm hearing, Nia did not want to be married, but he did. And maybe when he did, there was love there. And a lot of times in relationships, you got to make that commitment while you still have that love there. Maybe the bond could have been enough to stifle him off from cheating. Maybe it could have been enough connection right then and there where he may not have looked elsewhere. Maybe with her saying no, she did not really want to get married, he didn't feel wanted. He didn't really feel like she wanted him as a life partner. And a lot of things come with being married. I mean, the tax write offs, my God. We're talking about how that can just, drastically reduce from what the IRS can get from you. And there are other benefits also. But in this situation right here, them being unmarried in this spiritual ceremony that is not recognized by law, his family has say over if something were to happen to him. God forbid if he were to be incapacitated, or if there was a situation where he were to unfortunately pass away, or something were to happen to either him or Nia. Neither of them, even though they've been together for 12 years now, have the final say because legally they're not married. So maybe he wanted the old white picket fence, the child, the wife. Maybe that was his dream, but that was not her dream. And that's a problem when you have two people who want different things. And if that's really the case there, if she knew that he wanted to be married and she did not, maybe you should consider letting someone go. And on his part, if he wanted to be married and she did not, maybe he should have just considered leaving. So you can clearly see that in their relationship, there was very much an imbalance going on there. That there were two people in a relationship, but who wanted different things. Now, Kevin Frazier broke it down to sources that he claims he got the scoop on, where they said that anonymous sources confirms Celtics, a female staffer's affair with Celtics coach Ume Udoka was uncovered by her husband when he overheard a private conversation on a doorbell camera. Now, this would explain why she might have broken off with him. Because her husband confronted her? Could have given her an ultimatum? Maybe she realized what she had to lose. She realized that I'm just better off with sticking with my husband who I married and broke it off with Ume. And this would explain the reports of Ume being obsessed, didn't really want to break it off with her, and continued to call her, text her, harass her. This is why people say he got the year-long suspension and is going to be possibly terminated. Because at that particular point when the husband found out, it was no longer consensual. She broke it off, but he did not want to break it off. He became obsessed. And by the way, it is reported that the female staffer, might have been her, worked with Nia in moving there to Boston. So situations like that job there is that you have a staffer who could be on the Lakers, the Celtics, or whatever. And what they do is that they help make the transition to their home city easier. Like they'll even help players who just been drafted get a home. They'll help the wives to move there location wise, hotels, rental cars, things like that. They're very detailed and organized with those type of arrangements. So apparently, she was helping Nia out. Now, here's the thing. Don't you think that women ask questions? If she was in an affair with Ume, she probably asked him about his affair with Nia, the state of their marriage. And don't you think he probably told her, I'm very unhappy. I don't like the situation that I'm in. And maybe he told her, I want to leave. Maybe that was easier for her to get involved with a man like that, who's unsatisfied in his relationship, as opposed to someone who was really happy. Now, if he was really happy, I'm thinking that maybe it would have been less of a chance of him straying. But still, men are men. They can still be very happy and still want to dabble. But I'm sure that he explained to her, probably told her that he was unhappy in his relationship. And from what I got from that apology, by him not placing Nia first and foremost, it tells me that she was not first and foremost in his life. It tells me that there were other things, such as his job, the organization, that was more important than her. She was not the type of woman or relationship, I should say, where he's willing to lose everything for, so to speak. Meaning that I'm going to put her feelings, emotions, well being, mental health, I'm going to put it above the organization. And my first thoughts is that I want to make amends to my fiance, the mother of my child. I want to make sure that she's okay. She's first and foremost. He did not stress that at all. And I'm telling you, that is saying a lot. That this marriage, or, well, union, because they're engaged for 6 years, someone fell out of love. Maybe he still liked her, but I don't believe that love was there. Maybe he was used to the situation, used to the family structure. I mean, she's there. She's the mother of his child. Maybe the whole idea of the, living together, the family dynamic is important to him. But the type of dynamic that they were in was not. So, in my opinion, I think he was looking to get out. I think that he wanted to get out. But I'm sure that this is not the way in which he wanted to go about doing this. And she's blindsided. I think she was. I don't think she was aware of it. I think that they were together for so long that maybe that was the last thing that came to her mind. But in a situation like this, the end of it could be a lot better for both of them. If he did not want to be there, he wanted marriage, maybe he wanted more children, she did not, then obviously she's not the woman for him. And if she does not want to get married and does not want more children, then obviously he's not the man for her. So it may be a bit of pain right now for both of them. But in the end run, it could turn out better. There could be a shining light. But him losing his job like that, oh, I don't know where he's going to get picked up in the NBA again. He's going to have to pray a great deal and be very sorrowful and be very sincere. I do believe that God can answer prayers. With God's help, all things are possible. And let's just hope that both of them come out for the better. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Sin Beyond and Through with Monty. And I will see you all beyond and through.